Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this replay in the WZ-132 Tier 8 Chinese light tank. Now my WZ here is not fully upgraded. I think I've got the upgraded suspension, but that's about it. We've got the stock 85mm gun, the stock turret, the stock engine, blah 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 blah, but this is actually a pretty good stock tank if we're going to be honest. So this is a Tier 9 encounter game. Here on Ruinberg. I had a bit of a brain fart and couldn't remember the name of the map for a minute. And basically this thing doesn't get tier 8 matches really. It sees tier 9 and 10 matches. It's a scout, a light tank at the end of the day. But that's not too bad, so we just come up here and see if we can spot anything to start with. And hello, we get some spots off. I'm going to pull back. So you can see even with the stock engine, this thing's still pretty nippy. In fact, actually the upgraded engine doesn't add any horsepower. It just reduces the weight by about 10 whole kilograms and reduces the chance that your engine is going to set on fire, which is actually an issue with this tank and many Chinese tanks. They tend to be made out of tinderwood, and you're going to see that later on in this replay. So we got some spots in, and now we're just going to pull back, because this really is not a frontline tank. I mean, it's a light tank, and this is a tier 9 game, so the matchmaking isn't too bad. Ooh, there's a nice shot on the move. And frankly, it behaves a bit like a fast medium tank in some situations. I mean, the top gun, you can give it, top 100mm gun actually has more penetration and higher alpha damage than the top gun on the Pershing, for example, tier 8 American medium tank, despite the fact this is a light tank, but it really doesn't have any armor, and you don't want to be playing this as a frontline tank. So I'm just trying to keep moving here, trying to keep people lit up, keep them spotted. And so far our team has a kill by having put the Awful Panther out of his misery. I haven't played that machine myself, but by all accounts it's not very good really, or at least at best it's decidedly underwhelming, and it looks like a truly horrible stock grind, it really does. But anyway, there we go. 2 shots in on that tank destroyer, although I think one of them bounced, and the other one, if it hit, it didn't really do a great deal of much. Trying to pick out his commander's hatch, but unsurprisingly that was a bounce. Oh, we've got shots on the rear of his tank, but our artillery just wrecks him. Poor guy. Ah, well, there we go. So, it is 3-all. There is a tiger over there that is burning brightly in the fires of the night. And there's a light tank, but we miss our shot on the move. Now, I have my standard grinding equipment on this, if you will, which does not include, ooh, lucky that my track ate that shot, which does not include a gun rammer or a vertical stabilizer or any of that good stuff. So it's binos, camo net, repair kit, sorry, toolbox. And no, maybe I could have spent a bit more time aiming that shot, but you know, there we go. I didn't, it was the brakes. And I take quite a lot of shots here that are very speculative and probably aren't going to penetrate. Oh, that one penetrated. Did slightly over average damage. The average damage on this gun is 200 with 159 penetration. Oh, there we go. Another shot into him. That was quite lucky for it to hit. But this is the stock gun, as I say, and it's the top 85mm gun from the WZ-131. The 131 also gets a 100mm gun that you can use, but I preferred the 85mm, so I preferred using this gun on the 131. And as I say, it's the stock gun on the 132. So we're winning 6-4, but the flank that I'm on is looking a little bit dodgy. I have absolutely no intention of standing and fighting. I am in a light tank after all, so I might as well use that speed to bug the hell out of there. There's a heavy tank and a tank destroyer and an artillery piece on this side of the map for our team that we know of. There's a light tank and a heavy tank incoming. That's probably also a medium or something. There we go, there's the AMX. Have a speculative shot. And you can see with this 85mm gun the reload isn't too bad, it's something like 5.5 seconds. With a 100% crew. but without a rammer or vents or anything like that. So there's the AMX. Nope, no shot on him. So we're going to try and stop him assassinating either our artillery or our tank destroyer. So we go around this side, which gives us some cover from the heavy tank that I know is somewhere over there. And I'm taking a lot of speculative shots on the move. I mean, you know, this thing isn't particularly lacking in ammo. And hello, dude. Oh, just missed him. I was actually, if memory serves, I was actually going for a ram there. My priority was trying to keep our artillery alive. And there we go, drive-by execution. For my first kill. Now there's a tank destroyer over there as well. Oh, that'll be the guy from earlier on, I remember him. So we're just lining up a shot. Oh, bounced. Boo. We lose our artillery and suddenly we're losing 9-10 after a string of our tanks get taken out. Someone takes out their T-29 to make it 10-all. So we really are coming down to the crunch here. I've still got all my health left after a very fortunate T-29 shot that only damaged my tracks. And I'm trying to come around here and light up the SU-122-44, which was the tank that nailed our artillery and the thing I was trying to shoot at earlier on. Can't find him, don't see him, so I just wander over here instead. Spot out their AMX 5100 with the amusing name Insulin Boy. And the gun depression on this tank isn't amazing, but it's enough to make this little rise work. And there's one shot into him, a below average damage roll, but we weren't gonna, you know, do anything with that. Oh, another below average damage roll. He's on 6%. I just need one more shot into him to finish him. You know, AMX, French tank, the armor's rubbish on it. And he's not taking a shot at me, which makes me think he might be reloading. Oh, no. There we go. Shot goes whizzing past. I tell a lie. He wasn't reloading. He's now moving, though, rather than shooting me, so maybe he was reloading then. Either way, he's dead. Kill number 2. And that makes it 12 each. But we have, I was about to say, we have 2 tier 8s and a tier 7. They have a tier 9, so 2 tier 9s and a tier 7. But their tier 7 just went away. Which just leaves their artillery, which is still very dangerous, and it is tier 9. Ooh, nice shot on the move. And an E75, which is potentially going to be rather problematic. So I don't have any premium ammo in this game. Oh, artillery missed. Ta-ra. So, drive-by execution on him. And oh good lord, there's the E75, right, gonna get out of there. I do not want to take on an E75 from the front. So try and put that wreckage between myself and him, and we're gonna go around the flank. Now that Pershing appears to be approaching the E75. I'm hoping he's not going to engage him on his own. I say I'm going around the flank, our artillery tells us to do exactly the thing I just said I was doing. Which is fine, you know. Shows our team have some common sense, which is nice. Gotta love teams with a bit of common sense. And so we're just making our way around this flank. I tell the Pershing to wait, he says, yep, I am, no worries. So, okay, cool. Useful that he speaks English, and also useful that he appears to have some common sense about him. We outnumber the C-75 3-1, but one-on-one engagements, the E-75 is going to rip us apart. I notice at this point, I've burnt through quite a lot of my ammo. I've got 15 rounds of armor piercing and 5 high explosive rounds remaining. So, we're just trying to come through here. I make a bit of a balls up of the whole driving thing. E75 is on 70% health. Okay. We're trying to come around the rear of this guy. Our Pershing is on 12%. The 87 is coming, although, you know, it's an 87, it's kind of pedestrian. Although it does have a decent gun. E75 is looking somewhere else, there we go, put a shot into him. And back off. I do not want to take a shot from his 128mm gun, but I may not be able to avoid it. Oh, and that shot sets me on fire now. At the time, I was thinking I can take 3 shots from an E75. I am wrong when I think that. I don't know why, I just had a brain fart, I think. The E75 does an average of 490 damage per shot with the 128mm gun. And I think he's going to nail me here. Oh, I get one last shot into him and then he kills me. If he does 490 average damage per shot, that means with average damage rolls, 2 shots does 980 damage and kills me. Now if I had the top turret, then I would generally survive. But as it is, he got a bit lucky and got a fire anyway. So well done to him. And there we go. Pershing finishes off the E75. Game over. And that was quite a nice, frantic little game in the WZ-132. I am enjoying this tank. You have to be a bit careful with it. I mean, you've got around 1,000 health at tier 8. It's fast, it's mobile, and its gun selection's not bad. But you do have to be a bit careful with it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that replay. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.